Magandang buhay, Leontians! Welcome on today's episode of MATHtuto with Teacher Jacq. Ihanda natin ang ating tainga, ang ating isip at ang ating puso at sabay-sabay tayong MATHtuto.
For today, I'll be discussing about measurement of time. Our lesson objectives: at the end of this lesson, you will be able to measure time using a 12-hour and a 24-hour clock, calculate time in the different world time zones in relation to the Philippines, and solve problems involving time. We should know first that time can be expressed in different units. Okay, so 1 millennium is equivalent to 10 centuries, 1 century is equivalent to 10 decades, 1 decade is equivalent to 10 years, 1 year is equivalent to 12 months, 1 month is equivalent to 4 weeks, 1 week is equivalent to 7 days, 1 day is equivalent to 24 hours, and 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equivalent to 60 seconds. Let's have our example number 1. Convert the following to the given units of time. Okay, how many hours are there in 3 weeks? So we all know that in 1 week, merong 7 days. 3 weeks to. So we need to multiply 7 sa 3. 7 times 3 is 21. So may 21 days sa 3 weeks, and then in 1 day, merong 24 hours. So we need to multiply
21 days
times 24 hours to get the answer for the question number 5. So our answer is 504 hours. Next, how many months are there in 5 years? Okay, we all know that in 1 year, merong 12 months. So we need to multiply 12 dito sa 5. So 12 times 5, 60 months. How many months are there in 3 decades? Okay, so 1 decade is equals to 10 years. 3 decades to. So we need to multiply 10 kay 3. 10 times 3 is 30. So 3 decades is equals to 30 years. So in 1 year, meron tayong 12 months. So i-multiply natin si 12 months kay 30 years. So 30 times 12 is equals to 360 months. Next, we have 1 day. So convert 1 day into seconds. So 1 day is equivalent to 24 hours. 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes, and 1 minute is equivalent to 60 seconds. So we need to multiply 24 hours times 60 minutes times 60 seconds. And the answer is 86,400 seconds. Next is 3 centuries. How many years are there in 3 centuries? So we all know that in 1 century, merong 10 decades. And in 1 decade, meron tayong 10 years. So we need to multiply 10 times 10 is equals to 100 years. I-multiply mo siya sa 3 centuries kasi 3 siya. So 100 times 3 equals 300. So 3 centuries, meron tayong 300 years. There are 2 types of clock by which we can tell time. This is the first one and this is the second one. This is the 12-hour clock. Ito yung ginagamit natin sa bansa natin. And then this one, ang tawag naman dito ay 24-hour clock. Ito naman yung ginagamit ng mga ibang bansa. AM and PM in telling and writing time using the 12-hour clock. AM means antemeridian. It is after 12 midnight and before 12 noon. So it's from 12:01 AM to 11:59 AM. PM means post-meridian. It is after 12 noon and before 12 midnight. So it's from 12:01 PM to 11:59 PM. For 24-hour clock or the military time, it starts at 0000 hours, which is 12 midnight, then back to 0000 hours after 23:59 hours or 11:59 PM. We put H at the end of the time to determine that the time is in 24-hour clock. So take a look at this table. We have the 12-hour clock and its equivalent in 24-hour clock. Same thing with this two last column, 12-hour clock and its equivalent in 24-hour clock. Okay, let's have 12 AM. The equivalent of 12 AM in 24-hour clock is 0000 hours. 1 PM is 0100 hours, and 2 AM is 0200 hours, 3 AM is 0300 hours, 4 AM is 0400 hours, and so on. And when it comes here, we have 12 PM. The equivalent in 24-hour clock is 1200 hour. 1 PM is 1300 hours, 2 PM is 1400 hours, 3 PM is 1500 hours, and so on. So kung i-observe mo, mula dito kay 1 AM hanggang dito kay 12 PM, same lang siya. Kinokopya lang and then pinapalitan lang ng H yung AM or PM. And dun sa mga oras na 1 digit lang yung before the colon, dinadagdagan lang ng 0 sa unahan. Like dito kay 1 hanggang kay 9. So we have here a 12-hour clock and 24-hour clock. So dito sa 12-hour clock, we have 12 midnight. Yung equivalent niya sa 24-hour clock is 0000 hours. And dito naman sa 12-hour clock, we have 12:01 AM to 11:59 AM. Ang equivalent niya sa 24-hour clock is 0001 to 11:59 hours. And we have 12 noon to 11:59 PM. Sa 24-hour clock, yung equivalent niya is 1200 to 23:59 hours. How to change time from 12-hour clock to 24-hour clock? Number 1, in 12 midnight to 12:59 AM, you subtract 12 from the given time. Examples, we have 12:45 AM, so you subtract 12 from 12:45 AM, the answer is 00:45 hours. Next is 12 AM, you subtract 12 from 12 AM, the answer is 0000 hours. And we have 12:33 AM minus 12, the answer is 00:33 hours. So number 2 is from 1 AM to 12:59 PM, just copy the time and change AM or PM to letter H. So you put letter H at the end of the digit or end of the time to determine that it is in 24-hour clock format. So let's have our examples. The first one, 1 a.m. Okay, so copy mo lang siya. We have 0, 100 hours. And next, 11:25 p.m. Just copy 11:25 hours. And 12:33 p.m. Copy, we have 12:33 hours. Let's have another example of 12-hour clock format and its equivalent to 24-hour clock format. So, meron tayo ditong 9 a.m. Its equivalent in 24-hour clock format is 0900 hours. So, kinapi lang natin and then nagdagdag lang tayo ng 0 dun sa pinakaunahan. Next is 9:45 p.m. Dahil nasa p.m. na siya, we will add 12. So, 9 plus 12 is 21. So, meron tayong 21:45 hours. Next, we have 10:34 p.m. Nasa p.m. na, so let us add 12. So, 10 plus 12 is 22. That's why 10:34 p.m. is equivalent to 22:34 hours. Next, we have 12:30 a.m. Dahil a.m. na siya at lagpas na siya ng 12 midnight. So, we will subtract Next, let's have 12:30 a.m. So, to get the equivalent of 12:30 a.m. in 24-hour clock format, we will subtract 12. So, kung kanina sa mga PM nag-a-add tayo ng 12, dito naman is magsasubtract tayo dito sa AM. So, we will subtract 12. So, ang matitira na lang ay 30. So, ang equivalent ni 12:30 a.m. kay 24-hour clock format is 00:30 hours. And the last one is 11:45 p.m. Dahil PM siya, we will add 12. So, 11 plus 12 is 23. So, 11:45 p.m. is equals to 23:45 hours in 24-hour clock format. Let's answer this activity. So, we have here the 12-hour clock format time, and then we will convert it into 24-hour clock format. Okay, so the first one is 7:24 a.m. What is its equivalent in 24-hour clock format? Correct. It is 07:24 hours. Okay, so kinapi lang natin and then nag-add lang tayo ng 0 dun sa unahan. Next, 3:35 p.m. What is its equivalent in 24-hour clock format? Yes, it's 15:35 hours. Kasi dahil nasa PM siya, nag-add tayo ng 12. So, 3 plus 12 is 15. Next is 6:57 a.m. Its equivalent is, yes, 06:57 hours. So, kinapi lang natin as it is and then nag-add lang tayo ng 0 dun sa unahan. The next one is 11 p.m. Its equivalent is, yes, 2300 hours. Nag-add tayo ng 12 kasi nasa PM siya. And then the last one is 7:51 a.m. Its equivalent is, great, it's 07:51 hours. So, we just copy the 7:51 and nagdagdag lang tayo ng 0 dun sa unahan. So, tandaan nyo lang, kapag ka AM, kapag pwede kang mag-subtract ng 12, mag-subtract ka. Kapag hindi pwedeng mag-subtract ng 12, copy as it is mo lang and then mag-add ka lang ng 0 sa unahan. And when it comes to PM, kapag ka pwedeng mag-add ng 12, mag-add ka ng 12 and then lagyan mo lang siya ng letter H or letter H dun sa dulo to indicate that the time is in 24-hour clock format. How to change time from 24-hour clock to 12-hour clock? First, from 0100 hours to 11:59 hours is the same in AM. Okay, so kapag ka ang given hours natin or hour natin na nasa 24-hour clock format is from 0100 hours to 11:59 hours, ikakopy mo lang siya and then papalitan mo lang si H ng AM. So, tignan natin. Let's have our examples. We have 0100 hours. Equivalent niya sa 12-hour clock time is 1 AM. So, tinanggal lang natin yung 0 sa unahan and then kinapi lang natin. We change H into AM. The next one, 0330 hours. Its equivalent is 3:30 AM. Next, 11:30 hours. Its equivalent is 11:30 AM. Next, number 2. So, from 1200 hours to 12:59 hours is the same in PM. Okay, so let's have our examples. 1200 hours is equals to 12 PM. Next, 1232 hours is equals to 1232 PM. 1255 hours is equals to 1255 PM. So, kinakopy mo lang siya and then pinapalitan mo lang si H ng PM. Kapag ka ang time natin is from 1200 hours to 12:59 hours. The third one is from 1300 hours to 23:59 hours. We will subtract 12 from the given time, then put PM at the end of the number or at the end of the time. Let's have our examples. 1300 hours. So we will subtract 12. 13 minus 12 is 1 PM. Next, 1532 hours. We will subtract 12. 15 minus 12 is 3. So we have 3:32 PM. And then the last one is 1355 hours. Let's subtract 12. So 13 minus 12 is equals to 1. So we have from 1355 hours, the equivalent in 12-hour clock time is 1:55 PM. Take a look at this table. It is an example of given time converted into 24-hour clock time and 12-hour clock time. Okay, the first one is midnight. When we say midnight in 12-hour clock time, it is 12 AM. And the equivalent of 12 AM in 24-hour clock time is 0:100 hours. So how did we get this? 12 AM, mag-subtract ka lang ng 12 para makuha mo yung equivalent niya sa 24-hour clock format. Next is noon. Ang noon sa 12-hour clock time, ito ay 12 PM. At ang equivalent niya sa 24-hour clock time is 1200 hours. Copy as it is. Next, half past 10 PM. So, ibig sabihin, lagpas kalahating oras na pagkatapos ng 10 PM. So, ang kalahating oras ay 30 minutes. Ibig sabihin, sa 12-hour clock time, ito ay 10:30 PM. And to get the equivalent of 10:30 PM sa 24-hour clock format, mag-add ka lang ng 12. 10 plus 12 is 22. So, meron tayong 22:30 hours. Next example is quarter before 2 a.m. When we say quarter before 2 a.m., ang equivalent nito sa 12-hour clocks is 1:45 a.m. Okay? Next, if you convert 1:45 a.m. into 24-hour clock time, ikakopy mo lang siya. And then, nagdagdag lang tayo ng 0 sa unahan. Kaya meron tayong 01:45 hours. The last one is 20 to 12 noon. Okay, so ibig sabihin 20 minutes bago mag-12 noon, ang equivalent niya sa 12-hour clock time ay 11:40 a.m. And to get the equivalent of 11:40 a.m. sa 24-hour clock time, ikakopy mo lang siya. So, meron ngayon tayong 11:40 hours.
Let's talk about the different world time zones and the time in the Philippines. So there are different countries and not all countries have the same time as the Philippines.
Let us find the 12-hour clock time and 24-hour clock time of the following given places. Okay, so yung starting time natin is yung given time ni Manila, Philippines, which is Saturday, 3 a.m. in 12-hour clock time, and the equivalent in 24-hour clock time is 0300 hours. Buenos Aires, Argentina, -11 yung kanyang Philippine Standard Time. Yung difference niya from Philippine Standard Time. Okay? Negative means behind. So, magma-minus tayo from Saturday 3 a.m. minus 11. So, the answer is Friday 4 p.m. And the equivalent of 4 p.m. in 24-hour clock time is, you will just add 12 dito sa 4 p.m. Okay? 4 plus 12 is 16. So, ang equivalent niya ay Friday, 1600 hours. Next is Canberra, Australia. So, yung difference niya from PST is positive 2. So, pagka sinabing positive, dadagdag ka dito sa 3 a.m. Ibig sabihin, mas ahead ng 2 hours yung time ni Australia sa time ni Philippines. Okay? So, if the time of Manila, Philippines is Saturday 3 a.m., sa Canberra, Australia, ito ay Saturday 5 a.m. kasi nag-add ka ng 2 hours. So, 3 plus 2 is 5. Saturday 5 a.m. So, the equivalent of 5 a.m. in 24-hour clock time is also 5. That's why we have Saturday 0500 hours. Next is Beijing, China. So, the difference from Philippine Standard Time is just same. So, magka-oras pala tayo sa Beijing, China and Philippines. Kung ano yung time kay Philippines, yun yung time kay Beijing, China. That's why, kung 3 a.m. ng Saturday sa Philippines, same din sa Beijing, China, it's also Saturday 3 a.m. And yung 24-hour clock time niya ay Saturday 0300 hours. Next is Cairo, Egypt. So, -6, ibig sabihin, behind siya. Okay, so, sasubtract natin from Saturday 3 a.m. yung 6 hours. So, if we will subtract dito sa 3 a.m. ng Saturday, yung 6 hours. Bawas ka ng 6 hours kay Saturday 3 a.m. Ang sagot ay Friday 9 a.m. Okay, so
the equivalent of Friday 9 p.m.
24-hour clock time is, you will just add 12. So 9 plus 12 is 21. So
it's Friday 2100 hours.
Next is Athens, Greece. Behind siya, -5. So Saturday 3 a.m. and then paatras ng 5 hours. So, kung Saturday 3 a.m. sa Manila, Philippines, sa Athens, Greece ay Friday ng 10 p.m. So, Friday 10 p.m., the equivalent in 24-hour clock time is Friday 2200 hours. Kasi, nagdagdag ka lang ng 12 kay 10. The last one or the next one is New Delhi, India. So, yung difference niya from PST is -2 hours and 30 minutes. So, from Saturday 3 a.m., magbabawas ka ng 2 hours and 30 minutes. Ibig sabihin sa New Delhi, India, ay Saturday ng 12:30 a.m. And the equivalent of Saturday 12:30 a.m. in 24-hour clock time is Saturday 00:30 hours. Next is Tokyo, Japan. So, yung difference from PST is +1, which means ahead ng 1 hour si Tokyo, Japan sa Manila, Philippines. Okay? So, kung yung time natin sa Manila, Philippines ay Saturday 3 a.m., so we will add 1. So, 3 plus 1 is 4. Therefore, the time in Tokyo, Japan in 12-hour clock time is Saturday 4 a.m. And yung 24-hour clock time niya, convert lang natin si 4 a.m. Ibig sabihin, ikakopy lang natin siya dahil a.m. So, therefore, Tokyo, Japan time in 24-hour clock time is Saturday 0400 hours. Next is Vientiane or Vientiane, Laos. -1, ibig sabihin, magsasubtract lang tayo ng 1 hour kay 3 a.m. kasi behind siya. Ibig sabihin, nahuhuli ng isang oras si Laos kay Manila, Philippines. So, 3 minus 1 is 2. Saturday, 2 a.m. And sa 24-hour clock time, ikakopy lang natin si 2 a.m. Mag-a-add lang tayo ng 0 sa unahan and then si a.m. papalitan lang natin ng letter H. So, Saturday, 0200 hours. Next is Wellington, New Zealand. So, +4. Ahead ng 4 hours. Compare sa Manila, Philippines, si Wellington, New Zealand. So, we will just add 4 for 4 hours dito sa 3 a.m. Saturday, 3 a.m. So, ang time in 12-hour clock time sa Wellington, New Zealand ay Saturday, 7 a.m. And the equivalent of 7 a.m., Saturday 7 a.m. in 24-hour clock time is ikakopy lang natin. So, meron tayong Saturday 0700 hours. Next is Warsaw, Poland. The difference from PST is -6. So, magsasubtract tayo ng 6 hours kay Saturday 3 a.m. Ibig sabihin sa Warsaw, Poland ay Friday 9 p.m. And the equivalent of Friday 9 p.m. in 24-hour clock time is mag-a-add lang tayo ng 12 kay 9. So, Friday 2100 hours. Next is Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So, The difference from PST is -5. Ibig sabihin, behind ng 5 hours si Riyadh, Saudi Arabia kay Manila, Philippines. So, kung ang time kay Manila, Philippines ay Saturday, 3 a.m., so we will just subtract 5 hours from Saturday, 3 a.m. So, the time in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia is Friday, 10 p.m. And the equivalent of Friday 10 p.m. in 24-hour clock time is, we will just add 12 kay 10. So, Friday 2200 hours. Next is Caracas, Venezuela. So, ang difference niya from Philippine Standard Time is -12:30 or behind ng 12 hours and 30 minutes si Caracas, Venezuela sa Manila, Philippines. So, mag-subtract tayo, Saturday 3 a.m. Then, bilang ka pabalik, magbawas ka ng 12 hours and 30 minutes. So, ang time kay Caracas, Venezuela ay Friday, 2:30 p.m. And the equivalent of Friday, 2:30 p.m. in 24-hour clock time is, so we will just add 12 kay 2:30. So, Friday, 14:30 hours. Let's have our word problem. The time in Manila is 6 hours ahead of Cairo, Egypt. The flight from Manila to Cairo, Egypt takes 14 hours and 25 minutes. If an airplane leaves Manila by 9 a.m., at what time in Cairo, Egypt will the plane arrive? First, let us understand the word problem. Okay, what is asked in our given word problem? At what time will the airplane from Manila arrive in Cairo, Egypt? Referring to Cairo, Egypt time. And letter B, what are the given facts? So we have the time in Manila is 6 hours ahead of Cairo, Egypt. Next, the flight from Manila to Cairo, Egypt takes 14 hours and 25 minutes. And the last one is the airplane left Manila at 9 a.m. The second step is plan. Okay, so we need to add 14 hours and 25 minutes to 9 a.m. Then subtract 6 hours since Manila is 6 hours ahead of Cairo, Egypt. The plane will arrive at 11:25 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and since Philippine Standard Time is 6 hours ahead of Cairo, Egypt, so 6 p.m. minus 6 hours plus 12 noon. Therefore, 6 p.m. in Manila is 12 noon in Cairo, Egypt. Next, we will just add 14 hours and 25 minutes to 9 a.m. So, 14 hours and 25 minutes plus 9 hours is equals to 23 hours and 25 minutes. So, there cannot be 18 hours in a 12-hour clock. So, we subtract 12 hours from 23 hours and 25 minutes. Since we subtracted 12 hours, it means that AM has passed already and it's already PM of the same day. So, 14 hours and 25 minutes plus 9 hours is equals to 23 hours and 25 minutes minus 12 hours is equals to 11 hours and 25 minutes. So, the answer is 11:25 p.m. To check if our answer is correct, Okay, so let's do this. From 11:25 p.m., you go back 14 hours and 25 minutes. Is the answer is 9 a.m.? If so, your answer is correct.
There you have it, kids! I know that you've learned a lot on today's episode. A friendly reminder, kids, don't forget to answer your activities for this week's lesson that can be found in your module.
Thank you so much for watching and listening on this video. Kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe sa aking YouTube channel, i-click lang ang subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell para lagi kang updated sa mga bagong video lessons ko. Maraming salamat! God bless! Bye-bye!